So we know these ladies be lying on the internet. I don't know if this is a true story, but I put it on the screen. So she basically said her son was cheating on his baby mama. So she told the baby mama to leave him, and the baby mama left him. And then she said she knew a coworker who seemed to be a good man, and she introduced her coworker to his son's baby mama. And now a year later they getting married. This is what I tell y'all, man. If women just learn to mind their business, they wouldn't have the problems that they had. Women consistently overstep their boundaries. They overstep their boundaries. Men don't do shit like that. You know, yeah, I'm cheating on Keisha and woo. Hey man, you should be careful. You shouldn't be doing that. Or you might be like, all right, what come with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't overstepping our boundaries. Women overstep their boundaries. And once again, this is an example of how women create broken homes and how women set men up for failure. Flat out, this is how women create broken homes and set men up for failure. Why would you take a good man and put him with a baby mama? And your son's still smashing that baby mama. You already know what the deal is. And I'm telling y'all, if you listen to a woman who got the sisterhood best interests got their best interests at hand, you're going to fail. I've talked to grown men who said their mothers watched them fail over and over again until they got tired of watching them fail and then gave them the game. That's why I said the best thing you can do is watch. That's the best thing you can do is watch. Don't watch with, she want roses. And how many times have you seen your sister, your mother, or your homegirl or they homegirls deal with niggas that was nice, or deal with men that were nice, that bought roses, that brought tulips and all that on the first date? You know what I'm saying? And they put guys in the crosshairs of bad situations. Like, I remember I had a situation where she was like, yeah, you should put your homeboy with my homegirl. And knowing your homegirl be cheating and catching STDs. Like, why would I line somebody I know up with an ain't shit bitch? No. Now if they organically meet at a function, hey, so be it. But I'm gonna warn them, like, yo, bitch, a firecracker. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm gonna say. And that's up to him. That's up to him. Hey, bro, like, she loose. Even if I don't know her, hey, man, I heard she loose. But hey, that's on you. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just giving you a heads up. But women do stuff like that. And they be like, you must hate your mother. Yes, a lot of men do hate their mother. I talk to a lot of men. Men DM me. They do hate y'all. A lot of y'all is pieces of shit. I did the Terry Crew video. Of course it wasn't popular. I did the Steph Curry mama video where she put on her book she almost aborted him. Of course that's not popular. I don't do this shit for the money. I do this to, if I reach a couple people to raise awareness, you are not alone. Like Michael Jackson, you're not alone. A lot of y'all was raised by ain't shit bitches. And that's just the fact of the matter of it. They can't mind their business. A lot of these mothers, they align more with your baby mama, the girl you dating with, and they conspire and they plot to destroy you. Man, y'all be thinking I be lying when I be saying that. They plotting to destroy you. They want to break you. Feminism don't stop just because you her son. Look how they destroy. If they really cared about their son, they would have stuck by the father. Whatever the father was doing beforehand, he was doing afterhand. He was doing then, he was doing afterhand. And they stayed. Then they got the baby and they got some type of financial leverage and then they left, or they didn't want to be alone. Let's keep it real. Like Cardi B, she knew what Offset was and she knew what Stephon Diggs was. She knew. And come on now. I didn't know. Like, get out of here, man. That's your son business. And for you to take a good dude at your job and make him a stepfather, like, man, pack her up, man. I wish women just learn to mind their business. I guarantee you, even the dudes that don't mind your business, man, mind your business, your life would be so much better. When you try to help somebody, lend them a helping hand, get them some advice, bro, it goes left. Let people struggle. People today don't want to be saved. They don't seek solace. They don't seek peace. They don't seek help. Let these people struggle. If they doing something wrong at the gym, so be it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you want to be a good Samaritan and do right. Look, I feel like every time I tried to be a good Samaritan and do right by somebody, dude, it went left. It went left. It went fucking left. I even regretted lending somebody money, which I don't expect to get it back. Or I regret helping somebody do something. You know, but like I said before, you know, people can't mind their business. I would never speak to my mother again after that. I swear to God, I would never speak to her again. I would never speak to my mother again. I hope that young man cut her ass off. I would never speak to you again. I don't want shit to do with you. Cause you a feminist and you an ain't shit bitch. I would not fuck with you no more. I don't give a fuck if you was on your deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean that with at the bottom of my soul, bro. Cause I would never do my son or my daughter or my mother or my father anywhere like that, my brother. Never. So you care more about that bitch than your own flesh and blood. That's what I be telling y'all, bro. A lot of these dudes do got mommy issues. A lot of these dudes do got mommy, and it's justified. Just y'all go around with daddy issues and y'all looking for daddies and shit. But y'all get a pussy to the man that your mama had coming in and out the house. Y'all think that ain't a learned behavior? That's a learned behavior. Your mama can tell you to go get a good man, but all she got is ain't shit niggas that cheat on them in and out. The kids see that, and that affect kids. Them daughters see that. That's why you can tell your daughter, don't be a hoe, get a good man. You can say that, but if you out here hoeing, your daughter see that. You know, children and people learn by watching. You know, the minute you tell them don't do, but you was fucking convict Tyrone. You was giving convict Tyrone a Tootsie Roll. Why can't I? I'm telling you, I've heard those conversations before where a lot of the elder women tried to warn these women and but you was with Pookie? Why can't I be? I told y'all, man, what a lot of them brothers be saying, man, a lot of black women can't be saved. A lot of women in America can't be saved. Y'all think it's just black women. It's a lot of these American women who can't be saved. And once y'all get past the lust, get past the urge to smash and all that type of stuff, you can turn women down and be like, I'm good. Once you get past that, you'll understand why brothers go abroad. You get less than the United States. You don't even get the bare minimum. You get disloyalty from, especially as a man in America and a black man, you get disloyalty. You don't have no allies and no friends. You just hope that you meet some real friends that you grew up with, that y'all went through trials and tribulations with, but you don't have no allies, man. The best ally you gonna have is a dog or a cat. So you gotta understand is, you know, if your name Henry, John, Chris, Miguel, Anthony, it's you versus everybody else. You don't have no allies, bro. If you got a father, yeah, you got a father, grandfather, a brother. Like, you lucky to have those guys. But a lot of times with these blended families, you can't trust them ninjas. Am I wrong? So, you know, if you got real people in your life that really care, but treat them right. Because these women ain't playing fair, bro. A girl will hook you up with her ain't shit homegirl just to line you up. I remember I had this chick we went to school with. And I don't know, we weren't talking, we were just kicking it. And her homegirl was pregnant. She was like, why don't you get my homegirl? Like, she pregnant. She was like, she ain't gonna want you to take care of her. Like, why would you line me up to be a stepdaddy in high school? I get out of here. Like, not interested. That's why, man, you hear female dating coaches and you, man, bro, you gotta take that from a grain of salt. Like, if you did have a platonic woman that you kicked it with, like, really, like, just kick it with, if I was really just kicking it with them, I would just really watch their behaviors. Watch how they move in their behaviors. Watch what they do. You know, that's it. Really watch what they do and watch what they say. Because it's nothing that you can offer her. And I'm going to tell you that right now. There's nothing as a man that you really can offer the average woman in America. As far as just as a friend to friend, you can give her all the advice on dudes. They don't listen to that. They gravitate towards the worst advice. One, because a lot of them are inherently evil. 2, a lot of them want to be in victimhood. And 3, a lot of them don't want to be good women. You know, what's the Sister Crimson Tide where she talked about hyenas and lionesses? The hyenas want to take the lionesses outside to be with the hyenas. And a lot of them lionesses take the bait. They live through social media. They take that bait. And they be single, bro. So at the end of the day, a lot of dudes just playing the field. Take these hoes to Pound Town and just have a good time with them. Until you find a woman that's worth something. And a lot of the times that's going to be out the country, or that's going to be few far in between. How many of my homies took down niggas' wives, bro, and still taking them down? No loyalty, bro. Like, why would you want to put yourself in a line of fire to look like a fool? And you got the bag and you can take care of yourself. It just don't make no sense. But like I said, you know, you don't have no allies. A lot of y'all niggas mothers want to see y'all lose just for the sister. I told y'all feminism don't start and stop with relationships. I'm gonna keep saying that again and again. Feminism go into the classroom against your young sons. Feminism go into it creeps into from the mother to son relationship. Feminism is everywhere. As soon as you come out the womb, you're going to be facing feminism. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. I appreciate the love, support. Peace.